Hi, I'm Aida Khan, and today as we wrap up another season of For the Love of Food, we thought we'd recap some of the places we visited and also talk a little about things we may have missed out because you can't cover everything in Pakistan in a couple of seasons. Now this country has so much to offer in terms of spices and food heritage, we thought we'd map it all out for you to give you a better perspective of how rich this country really is. We'll also talk a little about the memorable moments, the memorable characters we've met on our show, and also show you exactly what was cooking behind all those cooking shoots. Food is a very important element of Pakistani society. Taste may vary as we move along the country, but one element is forever constant, that of hospitality. In the north and western areas of Pakistan, the food is more meat-based, with a reliance on only salt as a means of adding flavor. Animal fat is the base of most of their dishes, and kadhai, chapli kebab and tikkas are very popular in this region. These areas share many cooking techniques with their Central Asian, Afghani and Irani neighbors, and their food is also very similar. As we go down to Punjab, we see the food becoming spicier with influences coming from Indian cuisine. Many travelers and invaders, such as the Mughals, brought toned-down versions of regional spices like red pepper and turmeric to add a kick to existing cuisine. In Punjab, we also see a heavy reliance on purified butter as a foundation ingredient. The south of Pakistan sees a variety of tastes, with the city of Karachi accommodating numerous cultures that bring with them their own cuisine. South Indian spices have a strong influence on the food, with sour and pungent flavors featuring heavily in their recipes. Sindhi cuisine manages to hold its own with distinct cooking methods, as does Baloch cooking, with more seafood coming in due to your proximity to the sea. We traveled all the way from up north down to the city of Karachi. It was really interesting for me to note how different the people were along this way. Now up north, the people were much more timid and didn't really interfere too much with our shoots. By the time we got down to Karachi and Hyderabad, people definitely had an opinion, whether it was the owner of the restaurant or the chef himself. They all wanted to have their two bits in how the shoot should go. Our journey this time has not only introduced us to a variety of food, but also a variety of people. Some were learned chefs, some connoisseurs, and some just plain old stubborn, opinionated critics. Some chefs had very strong beliefs about their way being the right way, and I had a great time trying to get them to budge from their stances.
I feel my food all the time, so...
Really?
Yes, absolutely.
There's a logic attached to that as well, I am sure. Although what you said about the meat, when the meat is killed, the trauma gets into your body, made a lot of sense. I still wasn't convinced enough to quit eating meat. I have learned that cooks take their cooking very, very seriously. आप लोग मछली के अंदर अपना अदरक लहसुन नहीं लगाते इसमें?
मछली अंदर लगाते हैं लहसुन, पल्ले में नहीं लगती।
तो अब मछली और पल्ला मुख्तलिफ चीज़ है?
बिल्कुल वो अलग है, वो अलग है।
मछली क्या होती है?
मछली फिश तो समझती हो ना?
तो ये फिश नहीं है?
ये पल्ला है।
अच्छा।
Apologies if this shot offended some animal lovers. It really did make me test my own boundaries as well. I had to keep reminding myself that I was much stronger than the crab.
For me, I am holding a live crab and smiling through it. तो मुझे बताएं कि मुझे काटेगा नहीं ना, इससे काटने का तरीका है।
क्लॉ जो है आपके हाथ में है।
क्लॉ मेरे हाथ में और मैं इससे ज़्यादा ताकतवर हूँ। शुरू किस चीज़ से कर रहे हैं? इसी को
क्रेप इसी को ही शुरू
चले आप इसको मारे ना जरा सा, ये मुझे तंग कर रहे हैं।
हाँ चलो, ये क्रेप को पहले जो है, ये क्रेप लेग जो है ना जी, इस लेग को जो है इसी हाथ में पकड़ना पड़ता है, फिर ये वाली लेग जो है तोड़नी पड़ती है।
So what's happened over the course of all these shows is that I've become a lot more particular about the freshness of the ingredients that are going into my food. I can spot a rotten vegetable or a rotten apple from a distance, and I tend to argue quite a bit with my chefs and the partners that I have on the show about it. Turns out that I can actually, my sense of smell has also become much stronger, and I can smell if something is not going to feel right in the food itself. इसमें क्या क्या होता है आप मुझे बताएं?
जैसे लाल मिर्ची हो गया,
लाल मिर्ची,
हल्दी पाउडर, जीरा पाउडर और धनिया पाउडर। 4 आइटम इसमें होता है। उसके बाद हल्का सा जो है गार्लिक और जिंजर जो डाल देता हूँ।
गार्लिक जिंजर। मैं खा के बताऊँ? कुछ तो छोड़ रहे हैं आप इसके अंदर?
नहीं, कुछ भी नहीं छोड़ा। आप टेस्ट करके देखिए।
The show may last only 20 minutes, however, the shoots can extend for hours, sometimes even over multiple days. We required a huge amount of patience and an extensive, well coordinated team each time. As this is really a recap, we decided to pick out moments from what we think are our top 5 episodes this season to give you a flavor of what we've been up to.
It's a city that boasts a population and land size larger than many countries of the world. It's a city that has a diverse mixture of different cultures, ethnicities and religions. It's a city where most of rural Pakistan comes to live its ambitions, find its future and fulfill its dreams. However, we have come here to Karachi today in search of food. I'm Aida Khan, and today on For the Love of Food, we've come to Karachi to see how this metropolitan city lives up to its phenomenal food reputation.
As Karachi is so diverse, we attempted to get you a balanced snapshot of what epitomizes its cuisine.
I've never really heard of a bun kebab killing anyone, and I just figure one bun kebab can't really do too much more damage than I've already done to my digestive system, so I'm just gonna go for it. ठीक है, आलू वाला एक दे दे मुझे. All right, now finally after gallivanting all across Karachi, we're standing here on the rooftop of barbecue tonight. We're throwing in a little bit of boneless chicken. Now we're just gonna mix it all together. आप इसको सीखों पे लगाना है? All right, so the technique is, I guess, to weave it through now. So now our 2 seekhs are ready. We're to be barbecued. Ew, to think your barbecue was fat-free, it's not. Piping hot, let me see. I've died and gone to culinary heaven, I swear to God. This paratha is phenomenal. So as you can well imagine, it was a tough call picking one place for me to sit and completely eat the meal at. However, I've managed to, I think, eat my way across Karachi today. So our food journey today brings us on a very long and hot drive outside of Karachi to the city of Hyderabad. It's almost sacrilegious to come to Hyderabad and not go for the rabdi found here, so I'm going to go and indulge.
Hyderabad is synonymous with the coffee cake of Bombay Bakery. Decided to pay it a visit to see what the hype was all about.
Feels like such a major achievement to have gotten myself all these cakes. We're on a barrage that's right across of it in Jamshoro, and we are here to see how fresh fish can be made. Now, fish doesn't get any fresher than this because we have just got some rau machli and some palla machli.
अच्छी तरह मिलाना है, कोई भी चीज़ कहीं रह न जाए.
So the best thing about this kunna is it's a little different. It's not like the kunna that you find in Punjab, trying to get it into the crevices, because we've cut up, we've actually added some slashes into the fish already.
ये इधर आया, ये
This is a slightly different kind of saji. We're taking a complete fish and stuffing it, seeing how it turns out.
ये भी ऐसा लगेगा.
अच्छा बिल्कुल आप इसको पिचका देंगे.
The saji is slowly roasted on coal and the spices are added later on.
Now our roast saji has arrived and it's sizzling. I think anardana is the key ingredient in this. All right, we're done with this now, and I'm going to take a look at how our kunna has turned out. Wow, it smells so good. The most intense smell that is just steaming out of it is the methi, which has added a lot of aroma. It's very strong.
The icing on the cupcakes is what transforms an ordinary snack into one that the kids will be raving about for days. The icing does not have to be perfectly done, and you can even involve children in this step of the party preparations. Thank you so much for showing us these yummy things, and I really appreciate it. I'm going to grab the chocolate one with the yellow. And now we're going to head over to our birthday party and see how all this food is eaten by the kids.
I'm always second place, then Momin comes first place. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Rahim. I love this tree. I got two.
Oh, you got two? So they say shooting with kids and shooting with animals is definitely a recipe for disaster. But I have to admit, I had a great time today at this birthday party. And I hope you enjoyed watching these kids have a great time too. I think that I've had a tougher time with some adults during my shoots in the past than I did with these wonderful children. However, I better not speak too soon because they are constantly harassing me for the goodie bags. So I will go and give these out right now to them. We're going on a food safari across Karachi.
Our mission today, 6 people, 4 locations and a ton of food. Let's see who survives. Our journey started off with a bit of confusion as we discovered our driver had just arrived from Peshawar and had absolutely no idea about the roads of Karachi.
That the food group, we've been around for 12 years and we're discussing about 12 years and never made it, because we want to go to Peshawar and eat our way to Lahore.
And eat your way to... That sounds scary.
We left the ordering up to the expert and I'm actually glad.
एक आपका रांग, एक भेजा और एक आपका साग, ताज़ा और गरम नान. खा लिया.
Lots of isabgol.
Lots of isabgol. Good. It sucks it. Wow.
Okay, can I serve
The only brain I like to eat is my husband. I'm always right there. Oh, whatever, for the love of food, let me give it a shot. Just a little bit, please. Please catch this on camera. This is my first attempt to eat brain ever in my entire life.
At our second location, Wahid Kebab House, I was promised legendary kebab and attempted to try kheeri for the first time. Stuffed and satisfied, we opted to walk around Burns Road to aid digestion and search for lassi and rabri. Just when I thought it was all over, I was told we had one final stop. Any great food safari is incomplete without the perfect ending of Pan. We trekked to the ever-popular Panwala at PIDC.
So how could we even think of having a food show in Pakistan without dedicating an entire episode to the food that represents all of Pakistan's spirit, the biryani?
There is no clear indication of where biryani originated from. It can be traced back to Persia and Arabia.
Different forms and then different ways of making it. Today I'm going to show you a really quick and easy recipe that I absolutely love. Using a little bit of chicken for it, a little bit of oil for my base. I'm going to start with my chicken mixture. In my chicken, I'm going to throw in first just some yogurt. As my oil heats up, I'm going to just throw in some salt, a bit of black pepper, a generous amount of garlic and ginger, mixing it all together. Into this, I'm going to add the hara masala. So there you go, you have your nice hara masala. It almost looks like a nice hari chutney right now. First, what I'll do is I'll just throw in the chicken. Now I'm just going to throw in my masala. And I have just coated my pan with a little bit of oil. I'm going to coat it with some rice. Throw in some rice. Start scooping out my chicken and my sauce. At the top. All right, now that the biryani has been assembled, I am going to just put it on the stove for about half an hour so that it all steams together, because remember, everything is cooked. You just need all the flavors to be steamed together. So how can you have an ode to biryani without actually visiting the pioneers who brought it all to Pakistan? We're standing here at the headquarters of Student Biryani in Karachi. And you must have seen earlier this gentleman was putting the biryani into these boxes, and I've seen there's an actual formula to it too. You can only get 2 pieces of meat per box of biryani, and you get an X amount of potatoes, some white rice, some rice with masala, and it's all mixed together to give you that perfect flavor of biryani. So now I'm going to get back to doing what I supposedly do best, which is eating. And I'll say goodbye to you for now until I catch you again later. Please write into us at flf@dawnnews.tv because we'd love to hear from you.